What's going on, men and women of God? So I just got a quick word, and this is gonna be some encouragement for you guys. So if in fact you are in like a tough season right now, maybe some development is going on, maybe some character building is going on, you're probably gonna continue to go through some testing, right? So a good rule of thumb, especially for those of you that are very spiritual, is to pre-decide or get into a place where you start predetermining your responses to the things that you're going to be going through. I think is honestly a very wise thing to do in terms of just expecting testing. Not ever expecting things to go perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Trusting God's promises if he's made a bunch of promises to you and continuing to pursue his promises. But in the meantime, also just understanding that, you know, until you get to the development point that he needs you to get to, he's going to continuously test you and prune you and character build, right? So start to predetermine or predecide your responses. Meaning, if in fact a door closes in my face, I'm not going to continue to let emotions take over. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to stop trusting God. I'm definitely not going to go to a vice and depend on that for my happiness, for my, you know, emotional stability or any of that kind of stuff, right? And I'm definitely not going to depend on another person, because another person may just be there to kind of help you get through the situation, but not fully understand what God is doing in your life. And if you depend on that, they may talk you into something or they may talk you out of something. So you have to depend solely on God's voice. But let me just give you a quick example so I don't keep this too long. So like, maybe you are feeling lonely, right? And God has promised you a husband or a wife. And you're getting to a point where maybe you've dated or something like that and it didn't work out. Start to predetermine your responses to those situations. Instead of allowing, you know, guilt to step in, maybe you did something wrong, maybe the other person did something wrong, whatever. Instead of allowing guilt to take root, start to, you know, set up basically a game plan for how you're going to deal with that stress or whatever it comes from you not getting what you think you deserve right here in this moment, right? Maybe that looks like when you're getting lonely or when you're feeling like, you know, maybe this is taking way too long, maybe that can result in a deeper study of his word. Because the more you get into the word, the more you're going to realize that nothing you're going through is new to the Lord. It's many people in a biblical sense that have went through what you're going through, right? So you got to keep pushing. You got to keep pushing, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's just one example. There's many examples, but definitely start to predetermine your responses, predecide your responses. So this walk will be a lot easier for you when those disappointments begin to happen. God's going to keep upsetting you until you fully trust him, until you fully depend on him, and until you fully rely on him solely. Why is he going to do that? Because, as I just explained in a previous video, we got Satan, we got Solomon, we got David, we got all these different people who God gave everything to. They had everything, you know what I'm saying? They had the children, they had the wives, they had the money, they had the accolades, they had the glory, the attention, everything you can think of. These people had it, and they were still able to turn on God. So God is not going to raise anyone up in this season or the next who is going to carry those same attributes. I do recommend y'all go ahead and read 1 Kings and read it all the way through so you can get more of a clearer mindset on what it is that I'm preaching here right now. But the main thing is full dependence, full obedience, and full trust in what God is doing, even when it looks crazy. So I pray to just bless somebody out there. Mighty name of Jesus.